Hello everyone, PG or Team America here, and today we are talking about the Duels update in patch 21.6. So November 2nd, we are getting a new limited time hero. Diablo will be added to Duels as a dual class character combining Warlock and Warrior cards. So you might think, PJ, that's insane. That's so OP. Well, the all of the starting cards and hero powers for Diablo, they did not want this to be OP. So holy smokes, are these terrible. um, this actually I think is his best hero power. 3 mana, deal 3 damage to yourself, and gain 3 attack and 3 armor. So basically, it's three. I mean, I guess you damage yourself, so there's some synergy in that, but 3 mana to gain 3 attack. And I think this is his best one. And it's the starting one. So Diablo will have access to 3 hero powers and 6 starting treasures like all of the heroes do. But how you unlock them is by satisfying like quests by playing as Diablo in Duels, which is how I always felt that they should have been unlocked. So, like his second hero power, Demonic Transformation, discard a random card, add a random demon to your hand with the same cost. It costs 2 less. You unlock this by summoning 25 minions with 8 or more attack as Diablo. So, one, not easy to do, but two, like, I mean, I think that's how this should work. Doom Charge. Cost 6. Discover a minion from your deck. Summon a copy that attacks a random enemy. Then it dies. Unlocked by gaining 66 armor as Diablo. So, you have warrior cards, so 66 armor honestly isn't that bad. Hard to do. He also has 5 signature treasures. 3 of which that are unlocked. Wait. Okay, so there is a 6th treasure coming, but it won't be available right away. So it seems like Diablo's going to be around for a while because it takes a lot of work to unlock some of these. So it is he is limited, but they didn't say how long, and some of these things are not easy to unlock. Claws of Terror, 6 mana weapon, 6 attack, 3 durability, start of game draw this, and it also has cleave, so it'll hit adjacent minions. Fire Stomp, 3 mana spell, deal 3 damage to all enemy characters, restore 1 health for each enemy hit, and 1 additional health if it dies. That seems decent. Claw of Terror seems, it's slow, but a really good control card. I don't know if Warlock and Warrior need it though. Like, it would be better in some other classes potentially. Apocalypse, 8 mana spell, destroy all minions. Your opponent takes double damage for the rest of the game. Unlocked by destroying 150 characters as Diablo. So like, yeah, this number just being so high makes me think Diablo will be around for a while. Soulstone Trap, 3 mana spell, destroy a minion, gain attack and armor equal to its attack and health. Unlocked by playing 30 weapons as Diablo, which also is pretty high. You're typically not playing more than 1 weapon a game. So this is like multiple runs playing as one of the 11 heroes. And then Horns of Flame, 3 mana weapon, 0 attack, 3 durability. At the start of your turn, add a random shadow or fire spell to your hand. Unlocked by playing 100 shadow or fire spells as Diablo. It'll mostly be shadow spells, I assume. I don't think there are that many fire spells. And then there's a new treasure, Black Soulstone. Add a Diablo signature treasure to your hand. Shuffle this into your deck. Pull 2. I mean, these are okay. I don't know. This does not seem very good. Wait, yeah, and it's in pool 2, which means that it's going against stuff like Bayoris Blade, and so yeah, I think this is never ever going to be the correct pick. And so what's cool, hero update, starting in patch 21.6, all Scholomance heroes will have all of their unlock requirements removed. So you don't need Dark Moon cards, you don't need Scholomance cards, they're just unlocked. Because guess what? My prediction is that we will be getting new heroes with new requirements to unlock. But these heroes I think will stay. I don't actually know, but I think I think this is something that should have been here at the very beginning. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so there are also a bunch of passive treasure updates. Ever-changing Elixir. Instead of transforming into one that costs 1 more, transforming into one that costs 2 more. This might be pickable now. 2 more is is quite a bit. Getting a 3-cost minion down on turn 1 is pretty insane. And then if it doesn't die, this is really freaking good. Pillage the Fallen. I feel like in the decks that this was good in, it was already good. But whenever your weapon is destroyed, equip a random weapon of the same cost, now give it +1 attack. So, I mean, pretty sick. It's super situational, though, regardless. All shall serve. Old, whenever a demon dies, draw a card and take 1 damage. Now, you just draw a card. It's a pretty big deal. Especially when you would play against, like, another Warlock, it would be devastating. Like, you're still gonna overdraw, but at least you're not gonna take, like, 20 damage from it. Dragon Blood might be decent. So before, it used to give minions on board a buff. Now, after a friendly dragon dies, give 2 minions in your hand +1/+1. So it won't be as good with the Anduin, or not Anduin, the Paladin Humble Blessing deck, but it'll be a lot better in Dragon Priest, so that's pretty sick. The Floor is Lava is still terrible. It deals 1 damage to a minion and gives it +2 attack instead of +1 attack, so still terrible. Still terrible. Brahmish Amgards. Now your weapons cost 1 less, but at the start of the game, draw a weapon, so this is pretty sick. Oh my god. Imagine, oh my god. Chat. Paladin. Paladin. You only put 1 weapon in that frickin' deck. What the shit? Why would they do this? The Royal Greatsword is going to cost 4 mana. That's... oh my god. What was he thinking? Other than that, it's pretty meh, but... that's not sick. We're gonna lose, like... no, that is insane. That is stupid. Okay, Mending Pools. Whenever you play a nature spell, restore 2 health to all friendly characters. I mean... the decks that I played this in didn't typically have too much on the board anyway, but I mean, a buff is a buff. A free solid? I feel like they nerfed this. Oh, but now if it's damage dealt to the opponent's face, it's doubled. Okay. I hope they made it so that it's not when, like, a friendly character is frozen. it does double damage, because before, when a friendly character was frozen and took damage, it got destroyed. Um, but yeah, I mean, that could be okay. Yeah, it says enemy, but this is duels you're talking about, so yeah, good luck with that. Um, they never fixed it either. Firekeeper's Idol. After you cast a fire spell, summon a 1/2 fire elemental, add one to your hand. So, I don't know if anyone sees this. Why is there 2 dots after to your hand? It's like they added it in and hit period. But yeah, so this is clog my hand and board with bad cards. Also, how does that get by QA? There are 2 periods on it. So clearly they just typed and add one to your hand, and then they hit period, and then they hit save. Okay. Invigorating Light. Now, whenever you play a holy spell, give all friendly characters +1 health. So the hero, gains 1 health as well. Inspiring Presence. After you play a legendary minion, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 2. That's pretty good. Hagatha's Embrace. At the start of your turn, give 2 minions in your hand +1/+1. So it's twice as good. If you only have 1 minion, I think you still only get 1/+1/+1, I would think. But yeah, still pretty good. Endurance Training. Your top minions cost 3 less, but not less than 2. It's an okay change. I don't think this was OP before anyway, but I'm fine with it. Orb of Revelation. After your first discover in a turn, reduce the cost of spells in your hand by 1, but not less than 2. So that's actually a pretty big hit on this. I think Khadgar's Scarring Orb is going to be better than that now. Corrupted Fellstone. Whenever you play a Fell spell, give the left and rightmost minion in your hand +2/+2. So, hopefully this still doesn't go to Rogue, and also I think this is terrible still. Like, man, it's just too slow. Eerie Stone. After you destroy a minion with a shadow spell, add a copy of that minion to your hand, reduce its cost by 2. This actually seems pretty sick. This is pretty sick. Considering you get force-fed this so much as priest, it's like the only option half the time, so that seems pretty good. From the swamp, after the first enemy dies each turn, raise a 1/1 bloated zombie. So it's this is going from tier 2 to tier 1. I think that's still pretty bad. It's like a Dreadsteed almost, because like on your own turn. Oh wait, it's after the first enemy dies. It's not. Never mind. This is just terrible. This seems terrible. Yeah, it's only when enemies die. Yeah, this seems bad. Never mind anything I said. It's just bad. Legendary loot. On your first turn, discover a legendary weapon. So I don't know if you... I don't think you equip it. So... I don't know. Seems like a pretty big nerf. But I mean... You also get to discover it. So... Like, you can get Valinir. I think this is a nerf that's pretty big and makes it really not that good as a second treasure. Because before, like, you could high roll Woe Cleaver on turn 1. Now, it's like, yay, I get a Woe Cleaver that I play turn 8. Like, yeah, the weapon will be usable most of the time, but, like, a tier 2 treasure needs to be doing more than that. In my opinion. Deathly Death. New after a friendly Death Rattle minion dies, trigger the Death Rattle of a friendly minion. I mean, with Greybow, this will be sick potentially. It'll be able to keep an infinite wall going, but I actually liked the old Deathly Death because nobody knew how it worked. And man, I had some awesome... My 12-win Deathly Death run on YouTube was something special, where multiple times there were games that I would have lost if my opponent knew how to read. But yeah, it seems okay. I mean, because the thing with Deathly Death is Hunter has access to it, which makes it more of a... makes it more viable because it's the only Death Rattle passive that Death Rattle Hunter has access to. Altogether now, your Battlecry minions cost 1 less, but not less than 2. I'm pretty sure it's going back to pool 1. I'm gonna be honest, I made this suggestion, like, months ago. Like, I think I made this exact suggestion, like, 5 months ago. So it's, I mean, yeah, it's getting put in now, but holy smokes. I made that suggestion a long time ago. Elixir of Vigor, after you play a minion, shuffle 2 copies in your deck. They cost 3. I don't think it does enough. I don't know. Are they moving it to pool 1? I'm not sure. I know it's still pool 2, so I don't know. Like, making your deck thicker seems kind of meh. But we'll see. Oops, all spells. They got rid of the +2 spell damage at the start of the game. Destroy all minions in your deck. Your spells cost 1 less. Thank gosh. Holy smokes. That was so terrible. Meek Mastery. Your neutral minions have +1/+1 and cost 1 less, but not less than 2. That's pretty significant. This was good because it was making stuff cost like 0. I think that's really bad. It does help with neutral tokens though. Rally the troops. After you play your first battle cry card in a turn, draw a card. It costs 2 less, but not less than 2. This is a lot closer to fair, but like, it still lets you like basically have unlimited stuff, but it's not as unfair. So like, it's infinite value now, and it will let you cheat stuff out. I still think, I probably will still just hate it. Can you guys believe that at one point it just cost 5 less? And they're like, this is okay. So it's... small pouches, Ronin, Scrying Orb, Caltrops, Scattered Caltrops have been removed. Small backpacks is returned to Duels in Pool 1. I don't think we ever had small backpacks. I think that means you start with 2 cards, though. You start drawing 2 cards. Book of Wonders, Cannibalism, Starving from the Swamp altogether now have been moved from Pool 2 to Pool 1. Book of Wonders in Pool 1 is pretty fucking stupid. You're gonna have 20 cards in your deck, and then you're gonna add 10 Scrolls of Wonder. So, okay, that's a Keck W right there. A third of your deck is going to be Scrolls of Wonder turn 2. So, but yeah, small backpacks was never in Duels. It was in Dungeon Run. Elixir of Vigor. Oops, all spells meek mastery rally. The troops have been moved from pool 2. Ultra rare to pool 2. So they all got nerfed, so now they're in just pool 2, so yeah. But yeah, pretty cool changes. I think I'll play some Diablo. I don't know if I'll play too much Duels other than that. And I'm going to be doing it November 2nd during my 24-hour subathon stream. But yeah, if you enjoy this video, please be sure you like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think of the changes. And join the Discord and check me out every day, twitch.tv/TeamAmerica. Thanks for watching.